Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the AMR 3000 anti-material rifle mod, which is being made by user Nestoso. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a wonderful new custom-made 50 caliber anti-material rifle that's inspired by the Fallout 4 weapon aesthetic. And I love this thing. It is a pretty cool, powerful gun that's kind of an interesting mix between the Fallout New Vegas anti-material rifle and the Fallout 4 combat rifle, and it is just a fun thing to play with. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what exactly we are getting with the AMR 3000, which in its most basic and standard form will do 75 damage with a 50 caliber round with a very, very slow firing rate of 3, range of 359, accuracy of 76 for a very hefty weight of 23.6. That is quite a lot. And as you can see, it is a pretty interesting looking gun. It certainly does look the part of an anti-material rifle, but with that sort of Fallout 4 combat rifle aesthetic to it, and I do quite like it. It's got some good modeling, good texturing, some nice little details like the stamped-in AMR 3000 there, and there's some other bits and bobs of writing over here. Very, very cool overall, and with a pretty decent selection of modifications we can throw on this thing to make it even more powerful, including, of course, my favorite, the rounds category down here, where we can even make explosive rounds, because that's just fun. Who doesn't like making things explode with a 50 caliber round? That's just cool. And in the end, it'll produce quite a bit of damage, very much being a good end game weapon. I was about to say mid game, because most of the guns we look at on this channel tend to be mid game. This one's definitely sort of a late game weapon. And of course, with different perks, you can bring this thing up even more in damage. Like currently I've got the rifleman perk going on my character, so that base damage of 75 is bumped up to 135 just on an unmodified version of the gun. So imagine once it's modified, oh boy, it gets real powerful. I love it. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely things, well, it's pretty simple. You got two options. When you do download the mod, it will have some install options when you put it into the game, and you can either choose to have this thing unique only, where there is just one simple version of this gun in the world, and you will find that gun at a new custom-made small dungeon to fight through in the glowing sea over at the Federal Supply Cache, and you'll find this thing in the armory at the end of it, and it is a wonderful little experience, and of course has, you know, the great loot of this beautiful, beautiful gun. Now, the other option you have is to still have that dungeon, but also add this into the leveled list, and you'll start seeing this thing on gunners, snipers, and gunner bosses at level 40. Oh boy, so yeah, you're gonna have to wait a while to get this unless you go to the glowing sea. Now, you'll also, though, find it at some weapon vendors starting at level 50. So definitely a more end game sort of item, but I think well worth the wait if you don't plan on delving into the glowing sea to find the one and only non-level 41. So let's go take a look at the modifications we do have for this lovely gun, and start of course with the receiver category, where things are pretty typical. And here we go from the standard on up to an advanced powerful, which is, you know, pretty great, not only requiring gun nut here, but also rifleman, but to add in a lot of stuff. Now, the powerful receiver will give you the same damage, but you get a lot more extra little bonuses with the advanced receiver here. Now, then the barrel category, we've just got 3 of a standard, short, or long barrel. Always lovely to see. In these stocks, we've got a standard, none if you want to break your wrist with a 50 caliber pistol, and a marksman stock there. Wonderful. Then in the magazine category, we've got standard and perforating magazines, and then large versions of each, where they'll go from 5 rounds to 8 rounds, and these perforating magazines really helping, you know, penetrate through your enemy's target resistances. Always cool there. And then the sights category, we've got iron and reflex sights and a variety of scopes of either 6x, 10x, or recon, with both normal and see-through variants. And then in the muzzle category, we've either got the no muzzle, a muzzle brake slotted, an arrowhead muzzle brake, or a big old suppressor. Always do love a 50 cal suppressed rifle. It's like with suppressed shotguns, it just seems weird to me, but I love it. And then we do have the rounds category with the FMJ rounds, the standard. We then have a pulse round, which will add in some energy damage into there. And then an explosive round, which, I mean, is an explosive round. It makes things go boom, and that's just fun. And then finally, oh wait, nope, we got two more categories here. The no carry handle one, where we either have a carry handle or no carry handle. A simple category there. And finally, a flashlight one, where we can choose to either have the flashlight integrated in with it or off, so it's the normal sort of Pip-Boy light, or, you know, integrated but brighter if you really want to light up those dark corners. So yeah, very interesting mod there. We don't usually see things like this. It's usually like some sort of flashlight attachment, but nonetheless, not too bad, not too shabby at all. So that is the different modifications for the gun. Let me go grab my modified versions over here and take a look at how this thing does shoot. Now, between the standard gun and my two modified, we've got all three different ammunitions that are available for this thing. So, oh boy, I forgot to reload the gun after I was testing earlier. There we go. Let's bring that in very slow because it is a big, gigantic 50 cal gun. So everything with this gun is slow. It's incredibly powerful, very fun to use, but my god, it is very, very slow. So let's fire off these 5 rounds. And there we go. Now, even though this thing does have a heck of a lot of recoil per shot, because of the slow speed, your character pretty much automatically comes back to nearly the same spot after each shot. So it's actually still pretty easy to keep things on target with this gun, but boy howdy does it give you quite the kick with each shot there. But you know, that's fun. That's what you get a 50 cal for, is that big oomph behind each shot. It's a wonderful thing. Now, then in my Recon Advanced version here, I've got the explosive rounds, so let's go grab those, and got that nice Recon sight on there. This thing is beautiful. I really, really do like this. And, of course, we can fire. And boom, it's basically, if I actually aim down there, you know, just a big old grenade, making things go boom. I mean, it's an explosive round, so of course. I actually think I missed the water earlier because I did not see the water fly away. But there we go. A very, very cool gun. Always good to have a good explosive round on any weapon, but on a 50 cal, it just makes so much more sense. And then finally, and actually I probably should let that animation go through its full thing for the reload. There we go, because we'll be fighting a Deathclaw momentarily, and I'd like it to be loaded. And then, of course, I've got the pulse rounds here, doing 200 energy and 129 physical damage on this thing, which, yeah, that's pretty darn good. And fire this suppressed one. Even with the suppressed, it's still got a pretty good sound to it. And yeah, that pulse shot is just fun. I do love the particle effect you do get with the electrification when it does hit your target. And against any robots or power armored enemies, this is going to be quite the tool to tear them apart. Or frankly, anyone who is susceptible to energy damage. It's got a lot of it behind it, so great times. Now let's grab ourselves a quick Deathclaw to play around with and see how this thing fares in combat. So take this, Deathclaw. Oh god, that's really zoomed in. I missed, didn't I? Oh my god, I shot just below his neck. And I just forgot. I was still testing earlier, and I turned off the combat AI. There we go. We'll put the combat AI back and actually use Vance to get this thing in the head. There we go. Didn't do much. Oh, he's trying to come at me. How dare you, Deathclaw. And, okay, there we go. As he waddles away, we can actually use our powerful scope here. There we go. Please die, Deathclaw. It'd help if I'd hit him somewhere other than an arm. Let's go for a good shot on his belly. Ooh, there we go, and that was a kill with that one. Magnificent. All right, well, let's switch over to the explosive one and grab another Deathclaw. And there we go. With a gun this powerful, 281 damage on it. You know, I don't think it's going to take too long to kill this thing. Whoops, I turned back off the combat AI. I needed to go up a couple of more. There we go. And probably a bad idea to shoot this so close to him. But, boom! Holy crap, that's more than half of the Deathclaw's health. Oh, that wasn't a good shot on that one. There we go, though. I don't even think I hit him on that last one. I hit the wall. God, I love explosive rounds. So much so, let's grab another Deathclaw, because that's just fun to make things go boom. In fact, there's 2. Yay! God, I love explosive rounds, especially on something like a 50 cal. And, of course, it's a recon scope, so I can mark these fools. There you go. 2 shots to take down that Deathclaw. And one more. Ooh, wait, my scope went opaque there for a moment. Lovely. There we are. And wonderful, we've got some dead Deathclaws. There's the water that time. Wonderful. So yes, this AMR 3000 is a whole heck of a lot of fun. A lot of good attachments to it. Not the biggest list ever, but enough to make this thing incredibly powerful, and changing up the ammo with either the pulse or explosive is just a great time. And it's a fun little addition into the game, though my god, once you hit level 40 and gunner snipers start having these things, you may be in for a world of hurt, but that's part of the fun. So if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you have a look at the link in the description as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you have enjoyed and you come back for whatever mod we do look at next. But until that time, thank you for watching as always. Well, have a good one.